Yeah, no sniffling. Second day of the Rondy, 75th anniversary. We're here with Charlie Champaigne, past champion of the race. He's the radio personality and announcer, color commentator, I guess you could call him. Doing a great job of announcing the race. What do you think of the race this year, Charlie? There are a couple of surprises. Tell me your take on it.
There's a major surprise in that finish of Jason Dunlap yesterday.
Yes.
Speaks well of the Sultra boys, and since that's my address as well, I can't help but be slightly biased. Team 2 and 3 are Sultra teams, so that's kind of nice. And what I think of the race is, I'm a study in optimism. You know, a few years ago the race wasn't going as we would like to see, and now all of a sudden it's back with a vengeance. There's a bigger purse than we've ever had, a greater entrant level since the early 80s, and its future is glowingly bright.
And you're a big fan of this race, being a past racer, but you've also, a few years back, your company, I wouldn't say bailed out the race, but came in to really step in and help out the racers with a larger purse a few years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't just my company, it was us and 3 other families as well. And we just had, a heartfelt concern that it was struggling, and I've seen other races, the Iditarod, for example, has been through that, and a few sincere, caring people helped kind of break the trend. And for a while, for a few years after that, I wasn't sure if maybe we had set fire to that cache or not. But now I see the result. I'm not trying to take credit for something that your credit isn't due, but
it was certainly a catalyst.
Now, you bet. It helps a lot.
Yeah.
It was easy money for me to produce. I shouldn't say that wasn't easy at all, but it was easy to justify in my heart because the race has given me so much, not just financially. I've long since spent the money I've made here, but I value the heartfelt emotions that I've gained here, and I will for the rest of my life. It's one of the most special things that I've ever done in my life, and that sticks with me.
How is it announcing the race? Talking to racers in other sports or competitors in other sports, it's hard to go back and spectate at something that you were once very involved with, good at. Do you still feel butterflies in your stomach? Do you get a little bit of the anxiety? What kind of emotions does it bring up for you being in the commentary booth?
Well, when I first walk on 4th Avenue, always on Friday of the race, I look down the street, I get a little bit difficult. But that lasts for a little while, and that kind of gets behind me. And then the announcing yesterday was sort of fun. We had a lovely location, the second floor, a nice office, a bay window, where the starting line was doing it with my boots off. It was rather decadent, to tell you the truth. It was kind of fun. You kind of stay in the loop. And, part of me like to run around the trail and look at things, but it's a pleasure to be able to help a little bit.
Yeah. Do you follow the sport closely, other than the Rondy?
Oh, absolutely.
And you keep track on who's doing well?
I watch the limited race results from Fairbanks on the internet. I watch the Yukon Quest.
From the 10, 15 years since you were competitive here till now, you see the dogs, like I've seen a lot of old pictures of Rondy finishers. They're running behind their sled, running faster than the sled can go. The dogs are accordioned up. But you see most of the teams finishing here, and they're strung out nicely, and they're still running, they're still loping. What are those advancements, do you think, that's happened to allow the dogs to do this race?
Well, a lot of what you're referencing for a long time ago, pictures of Rondy teams kind of recording at the finish line, that's before they changed the finish time rule to the dog's nose as opposed to the brush on the sled.
Oh!
And up until the 70s, sometimes the brush on the sled was to stop the clock factor. So people tended to kind of like, get out of the way! Forward.
Push the sled ahead of the dogs.
Dog care and nutrition has obviously taken quantum importance in the last 3 decades. That makes a big difference. Trail maintenance makes a big difference. The good dogs of 30 years ago are still quite wonderful dogs. I don't think dogs have changed a whole lot. A little bit. Yeah. Certainly is a better hybrid, vigorous strain, but trail maintenance is better trail equipment is better than it used to be. The way they put the snow on the streets is significantly better than it used to be.
Yeah.
Yesterday, right now, we've got just optimum weather, too. Lots of nice snow, depth, and then lots of inadequate new snow coverage over the ice and all the stuff, wear and tear in the snow, so it's pretty nice.
It's got to feel good to you to know that a lot of these dogs that are competing and winning today have come from dogs that you've bred and the bloodlines that you've developed over the years.
They have, and we're still trying to do that a little bit. Our main sire of 100 years ago, we still have frozen in cryobank.
Pluto or?
No, it was Bruce.
Bruce, okay.
Which is the producer of Pluto and all of those. Way back when, I thought, gee, I've watched the demise of kennels that couldn't be beat for a decade, and then they're struggling to be in the top 3, and it's because of a smaller gene pool focus. And I thought, well, maybe since we're doing so well right now, I might want to collect and retain this, so that sometime in the future, if this becomes my issue, we can kind of back up a little bit. Well, in the time frame that all took place to occur, I stopped racing.
Yeah.
So, but we have used the frozen semen to breed other people's dogs, particularly in Norway.
Yeah, interesting.
So anyhow, we could dwell on this forever.
Yeah, we only have so much card space on the camera. Charlie, thank you very much, and we're glad to listen to you on the radio. You keep it very interesting and informative for everyone. Have a great weekend.
Okay, we'll see you again.
Take care.